Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining. It is all about Tanzu, the high-level mission, and where we are going. And you might have heard some of this already. So my name is Purnima Padmanabhan. I am the General Manager for the Tanzu business. So look, there is a lot of talk about VCF and especially about infrastructure up. I would say everything that we do in Tanzu is apps and data down, right? It all starts with apps. And today, applications are the currency of the enterprise. But, and more these applications are getting modernized, and more they are being generated by AI, and they are using AI. But do you know, a lot of those applications never see the light of the day. They never hit production. And that is why many of our customers, many of you, are rethinking the choices you made in the past. In fact, AI has created a jump ball for app and data stacks. If you think about it, coding has gone from IDE to generative, to coding assistance. The app stacks have gone from infra as code, container as a service, to PaaS, because you do not have time to generate YAML files and templates. Data has gone from siloed databases to data lakehouses. And analytics has truly gone from, siloed analytics to foundation model-driven analytics. And so in the face of these changes, our mission at Tanzu is very simple. How can we accelerate the true business objective, which is software, by helping you turn your ideas to code faster and code to production faster and better? That is what Tanzu does and brings to the table. And we do that by helping you develop, operate, and optimize these applications at scale. There are two parts of the portfolio. One part is Tanzu Platform. The big value that we bring with Tanzu Platform, in fact, I was just having a conversation. When your developers are building custom code, don't make them do anything beyond the code. Imagine code becomes the currency and you tell the platform, hey, here is my code, I have developed it, push it to production. I don't need to write templates. I don't need to write scripts. I don't need to connect the dots. I just say, hey, push it to production, give me HA, give me resiliency, and give me PII data filtering. And that's what Tanzu Platform does. It's a true PaaS. But in this world, as I said, anchoring you cannot live without data. So you have Tanzu Data Intelligence, which we have launched and announced. And what it does is it allows you to get control of your structured and unstructured multimodal data so that now your applications truly are built for the new AI world. So where does Tanzu fit in? Look, many of you are building VCF stacks, VCF 9 stack, and that gives you the IaaS infrastructure and CaaS infrastructure, container as a service infrastructure. And Tanzu sits on top, giving you the data and the platform as a service and AI. So how would you think about it? When you go to Google, you get GKE, GCE, right? And you get AWS, you get EC2 and EKS, and that is what you get from VMware Cloud Foundation 9. But then you have Google Cloud Run, and that's what you get from Tanzu Platform. You've got Vertex for fully orchestrating your AI apps. That's what you get from Tanzu Platform. And then you get BigQuery. That's what you get from Tanzu Data. So with the combination of VCF plus Tanzu, both data and apps, you get the full stack that you would get from any public cloud. And that is an important one to understand, because since I've been getting some questions, which is, hey, VCF does Kubernetes, and that is also containers. Well, anytime you build a cloud, you want to offer different paradigms that are suited for the application types. So if you've got packaged apps, go put it on a Kubernetes type environment, on a VM environment. And for custom apps, give them a PaaS and also give them the data services. So let me quickly give you what is Tanzu Platform. So many of you probably already know Tanzu Platform. Tanzu Platform is a containerized platform, albeit not Kubernetes. It's a containerized elastic runtime that is invisible to you, just like Cloud Run. When you go to Google Cloud Run, you don't spell the word Kubernetes. What is underneath it is immaterial. But it is a fully elastic app runtime that includes a few things. Number one, it includes all the developer services. So we include things like Spring Framework, automation for being able to do faster coding on Spring with Spring Assistant, right? Application Assistant baked into the platform so that the code that you build is already guardrailed and ready to be deployed to production. That is what we are doing with developer services. We are also adding modernization services. Imagine you could point to a repo, you could point to your applications and say, hey, I want to modernize and put it on the platform. We will onboard that application, modernize it on the platform, and run it for you. That is another big announcement that we are doing. Then, when the developers are ready with the code, we simply build it to the latest and greatest standards with the packages, and you're off to the races. But of course, any application needs ecosystems, right? So the data services provide all the data, Postgres, MySQL, whether it's messaging, Rabbit, caching, Valkey, all of that is available with data services. And then you also get your marketplace of services. So many of our customers are using something like a Bedrock to connect to an AI model or an open AI model. You can connect to any of these cloud marketplace services using the marketplace services that I'm talking about. So what happens is Tanzu Platform becomes the true ecosystem to stitch together and build your complete app. We are not dictating where your services come from. And in fact, one of the newest innovations that we are working on that you'll see more of is being able to take even an app that is built in-house. Let us say there are two different business units. An app that is built in-house can be published as a service so that now you can collaborate across business units and across teams. And then lastly, we have got the AI services that truly gives you that AI governance and middleware. Connect to any model, whether it is public or private, even if it is hosted by VCF in the Private AI Foundation. Broker the model, do the RBAC, do the controls, do the quota management. Connect to any of the tools, MCP tools. I don't know if you know, when MCP protocol was launched by Anthropic in November, mid-November, within 15 days, we were the first to have our Java SDK. And Tanzu's submitted Java SDK is the official Java SDK for MCP protocol. So we are not just following, but we are leading the innovation here on the AI middleware piece. There you go, he's got the cue. And when we do things right, this is what never ceases to amaze me, right? When developers write code, all they do is push. And then every step of finding the host, finding the cluster, connecting the network, putting the service mesh on, putting the Istio on, all that stuff is no longer needed. And that is the power of PaaS. Now, it doesn't mean you don't need other services. You still need VM-based services. You still need Kubernetes and container-based services. But if you're building custom app, PaaS becomes the best route. Developer services, I already talked about. I'm not going to belabor the point, but Spring is your friend. Most customers are using Java. Maybe a show of hands, how many of you are using Java or Spring within your organizations? Great. What we have done is we have made Tanzu Platform the best place to run Spring. It'll run faster, better performance, better memory usage, automatic connectivity into Spring Advisor so that you can continuously keep updating your Spring apps with very little downtime to your applications. You can also modernize any of your older apps. So really, we are investing very heavily in Spring, and the power of doing this is, I understand apparently about 60% of the Java apps that right now are in enterprise and written in Spring are probably obsolete because they are in older versions. And by bringing it on platform, we can immediately modernize and bring them up to security and up to snuff. Here is one of the announcements we are making. So I talked to you earlier about Advisor. By the way, this Advisor is not just something that is giving advice in a UI or in a command line input. It also, we have built an MCP server, so it connects into a coding assistant. So if you're writing your code using a coding assistant, this Advisor can advise right inline and help you write better code. And with this onboarding, you can bring your repositories of apps, we point to it, we onboard the app, and then we can give you recipes on how to modernize, test, and make it available to production. So very excited about this, and this is announced as part of Tanzu 10.3. Build services I already talked about, right? This has been there forever, 10, 12 years of experience to build a secure standard package, and this package gets built every time the developer pushes code. So this is not about one-time building and doing a lot of scripting. Every time developer pushes code, the build happens. And the one that I'm excited about, we had already announced, is AI middleware. And again, the platform, an AI app is exactly the same as any other application. And what the AI middleware does is makes it very easy for an app developer to easily to instantiate models that they want, to create the MCP servers and publish them when they want, to be able to connect to the vector stores, and to be able to orchestrate all of the microservices they need on the platform to create that AI-built app. And as I again said, 2 pieces of AI. We help you build better with AI and build safer with AI, and we help you build AI into your applications, okay? And the marketplace is again something that is not, maybe we have not beaten the drum. This is something we have had. We have an ecosystem of partners who have published their services into the marketplace. And then through the cloud brokers, we connect to the entire cloud marketplaces. Now, the power of this is that no application is built in an island. And imagine you can have a service somewhere, sitting outside somewhere, but still all you can do is, hey, give me the service, bind to it, and then from there on, take care of the rest. Automatically manage the credentials for me, automatically rotate the credentials for me. So you never ever have a security issue when you are trying to build this multi-networked application. So now let me talk about what else is new in Tanzu Platform 10.3. So number 1, developers can, as I said, publish apps and API agents and MCP servers. This is very powerful. We often think of services just as external services. You know, maybe a database team is curating services, or we have got a cloud service like a Redshift and so on. But imagine every app team could say, now I can collaborate. If one app team has built a calendaring function, another app doesn't have to build it again. And imagine as an app team, I can package my service, my application, publish it as a service, provide the RBAC and controls, and now any other team in my organization can look at that and start collaborating and building their apps. That is the power of collaboration that we are unleashing with this app as a service. It also applies to definitely AI and MCP servers. Advanced AI quota, control, and observability so that you as IT team can control how you're building your AI apps. The other piece is around modernization recipes and upgrades, which I have talked about at length. Security, security, security. What I love about the Tanzu platform model is today, I think, automate about 98% of the controls you need already for authority to operate. Which means if you're running on Tanzu platform, supporting something like PCI or HIPAA becomes very easy. And we have taken this one step further with built-in CVE and vulnerability dashboards and observability dashboards. So a lot of great innovation in 10.3, and it is all powered by this centralized Tanzu hub that gives you the universal view of your environment. Now let me talk about Tanzu Data Intelligence. Very, very excited about this. We've always had a great data story. But that is not something that we have done a great job of telling the world about. And so with Tanzu Data Intelligence, we are bringing together our warehouse solution, which was always there, called Tanzu Greenplum, which is a highly distributed Postgres that is deployed centrally. But we have now extended that to be able to also connect to an HDFS system. It could be somebody else's HDFS system, or it could be our own Hadoop system, so that now you have a full data lakehouse. A single place where you can put all your data, or you can federate all your data. You don't have to move the data. And the best part about this warehouse is it comes with a federated query layer that is patented called PXF, which means you can have a single SQL query against your structured and unstructured data. Imagine the power you can unleash for your application teams as you bring this data into order. We didn't stop there. We said, okay, you have got this data lakehouse, you want it to work for you. So we have actually created an entire ingestion workflow that allows you to bring the data in, as well as a real-time caching system that allows you to take that data out and build it in an application. And I think you're going to show it this in the demo, right? Awesome. So this is, for example, a lakehouse. Right here, you can keep all kinds of data, structured, unstructured data. You can federate it into S3. You can have iceberg formats. You can have other vendors also included. And then, when this all comes together, it becomes very powerful, right? Here's an example. You have got a data going into the data lakehouse. We have also included data flow as part of the Tanzu Data Intelligence package. So you can use the data flow to curate the data, clean the data, and in case of an AI use case, call an embedding model to also vectorize the data and put it in the data lakehouse. So now, an analyst can ask a question, hey, search, maybe this is all boats, search for a boat with 3 flags on. And it's a very simple semantic search. Now an app needs to use that. Great. You can simply attach a cache, and that cache can be instantiated on Tanzu Platform, whether it's Gemfire or Valkey. And now an app can use an API to ask the same inferencing type of questions. So this is the demo that I guess Oren and Dishon are going to show soon. So with that, let's get into demo time. Okay, Oren. Yeah, of course.
One, two. What? Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice and loud. I'll try and calm it down. My name is Dishon. I am a software engineer at Insurance Megacorp. I'm building the software that our enterprise is building on top of. The software that our customers need, that they depend on every day.
And I'm Oren Penso. I'm the platform engineer in Insurance Megacorp. I'm the one that is responsible for the private cloud. I'm also responsible for the platform that will make sure that Dishon's work will be better and he can take the idea that he has into code and then to production.
Fantastic. We've been looking at our flagship application, the application that our customers are using every day, the one that drives our business. And here's the thing, leadership wants more. They want us to slap some AI on it, get more value out of the data that we have. And our customers are asking for more as well. They've noticed that it's not performing as well as it used to. They want better performance and they also want more features.
It's a 30-year-old application, right? So it's an old one.
It's old, it's been maintained, it's gone with the flow, but it's a little bit harder to keep up these days. And it is old, but it's not too complex. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot going on here, but our customers, they want more. Here's the other thing. It's not the most secure these days. It's hard to keep up, but thank you so much. It's running on the platform. It hasn't been down in 10 years. So thank you for that.
I mean, stability is the thing of the platform, but as you said, it's old and there's a lot of vulnerabilities. I've just upgraded to the latest version of Tanzu.
I didn't put the security vulnerabilities in there. I take care of my code, but I got this project and we've got to take care of it.
I know, it's never you. It's someone else along that line, but that's okay. Either way, we've onboarded your app, we've scanned it with Application Advisor. We saw a lot of vulnerabilities.
I didn't put them there.
Now listen, you know, it's an insurance company. We have a lot of regulations and compliance checks. We have a PCI check in 2 weeks.
PCI compliance check in 2 weeks. So I've got old code that I got to get upgraded. I also have PCI compliance check. Here's the thing. I know about Application Advisor. I've seen it working. Application Advisor, built on top of open rewrite recipes, is going to take my code and upgrade it. So even though it's old and unpatched, we're going to upgrade it safely and securely, step by step, to the latest and greatest. But on top of that, I have the Spring Governance Starter. I have a starter that's going to add on, I'm going to add a dependency to my application, and it's going to make sure that I can pass that PCI compliance audit.
So you tell me we waited for 30 years because we were afraid of updating versions, and now we're going to do that in 2 weeks. And not just that, if it's not going to be compliant, it's not going to run?
It's not going to start. If I'm not passing those checks, it's not going to start up.
I think I have something that will help you do that in like the manner of the urgency that we need. There's another thing we've introduced in the platform because it's the latest versions. We also deployed the MCP server for Application Advisor on our platform. So now it's running secured, curated in the platform, pre-approved. You don't need to think about it.
Pre-approved.
The only thing you need to do is you have your ID, right? What are you using?
I use VS Code. I use IntelliJ. I use Cursor sometimes. I use them all.
You can use whatever you want. The only thing you need to do is to point your IDE AI assistant tool into the MCP URL, just like you can see there.
This easy. Inside of VS Code, I'm pointing to the MCP server that's now running on the platform. This makes it easy.
And now you can have natural language interaction.
Let's see what that looks like. I'm in my code. I want to do all the things. I want to upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and ask, hey, can you help me upgrade this Spring Boot app? Wow, look at that. The results are just like I would get out of Application Advisor. Step by step, small steps that are easy to manage, easy to understand so that I can upgrade my software. And with that, I'm connected to Application Platform.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
So you see all your vulnerabilities went down, but as you can see, I'm not scanning just your app, right?
This is amazing.
All the apps.
All the apps in the entire portfolio across the organization.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Across the organization, but
At scale.
at scale, right?
At scale.
At scale. But listen, but what we need to make sure is that now the path that you went from, like you did an amazing journey, right? We need everybody else to do the same.
Teamwork.
So we're gonna expose that MCP and we're gonna expose that service to everybody to just follow your journey.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All the developers, all over.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is wonderful. So from the source code level, I got help from the Application Advisor. My code is being upgraded, but also I added the governance starter. So in order to pass a PCI compliance audit, all the things are there. I'm going to check all the boxes, but it's not just for PCI. FIPS, NIST, all the others, we have checks built into the governance starter. So my application is compliant. Otherwise it doesn't start. This is wonderful.
Good. So I think you wanted also to, now because you've upgraded the app, you're in the latest and greatest. Now I think you can add a bit of AI on the top.
Here's the thing. This is what it looks like. The number one question that we get from our customers is they want access to this real-time data. They have questions about their policy information. Am I covered? We are doing insurance. Am I covered? What are we going to do? One thing, we want to take less phone calls. We thought maybe this is a great use case for something like a chatbot. Tell me about my policy. I want that information, so here's what I think we should do. I got an idea. I think we should add a chatbot capability. Bring in an LLM that provides a chatbot so they can go to our flagship web app and they can get the information that they need.
Let's do that. Start with the code.
It's easy. I'm using Spring AI. With Spring AI, I pull in one dependency. I'm going to add a couple of imports. And because I'm using Spring, I have that nice abstraction. I can switch between LLMs without changing my code. This is wonderful. It's that easy. Now that I've got my code updated, I'm ready to go. I'm going to CF push. I don't have to do any Docker files because friends don't let friends use Docker file. I don't have any YAML to do. CF push, and I'm ready. I'm on the platform. This is fantastic. Whoa, wait.
What?
I didn't connect it to an LLM. It worked on my laptop. Oh boy. I need an LLM. What am I going to do? I need an LLM. Am I going to have to jump through hoops? What about securing it? This is tough. Oren, we don't have a whole lot of time, and the executives want this.
You know you're my favorite developer.
That means a lot to me.
So I'll tell you what you need to do.
Okay.
You'll open a ticket. You will wait to 2 weeks. I need
Wait,
to talk
2
with
weeks?
the CISO.
No.
Then we need to have like some kind of a regulation conversation about is it right or wrong, if you'd run it here or not. I'm just joking, man. Come on, you know what? You just need to go to your
Marketplace!
Exactly.
The marketplace! All the services that have already been approved are on the menu. This is fantastic. Are you telling me that there's LLMs on the marketplace already?
Pre-created for you a service plan that has your large language models that you need for your application. It's self-service. You just need to go consume that, and
I know how to use the marketplace.
you can go.
That's fantastic. Look at this. On the menu, I've got 2 LLMs to choose from. I've got labels that tell me which type of use cases they might be best for, and both of them are going to work for a chatbot. So I can pick one because I'm using Spring AI. I can switch between them without changing a lot of code. I can find out which one works best for my use case. That's fantastic. I'm going to create an instance
And
and CF bind. I'm
Exactly.
going to bind it to my application, and now my application is running in production because of CF push. I bound it to the LLM, and now it's ready to rock.
No credentials.
No credentials.
Configurations.
None of that.
I'm not
need
going to
a
ask
URL.
you to rotate every 6 months because the platform will do that for you.
You should do that. You should do that. But I don't have to worry about it. Another reason I love this platform. My application is now up and running. Check this out. It works. My chatbot is there, but I noticed something. We don't have the policy information. The chatbot is great. That's kind of not enough. I'm just going to say it.
It's
not enough. We need that real-time information from our data. Now what do we got to do? Here's the thing. I know where the data exists. The data exists in a lakehouse. We have that information. We have all the policy information, of course. But I need that information to be available to my Spring Boot app. And I know I can do that. It'd be nice if I could have it vectorized for me. That's what I need. I need the information vectorized, put into a vector database so that I can actually use it and integrate it with my application.
A vector database.
A vector database.
And real-time data of all the policies.
I need all the policies. And
Okay, so
in real time.
I have some good news and some good news.
Good news and good news?
Let's start with the one. Okay, so the first thing is you already have access to a vector database. You're using, yeah, you're using Tanzu Postgres.
Tanzu Postgres.
Postgres has an extension of
PG Vector.
PG Vector, right? So you already have access to a database that has the vector capability.
Absolutely.
Now for the second part. So the data team was working with the Tanzu platform on the Tanzu Intelligence side.
The data team, that
Yes.
data team that I love. They are
Amazing.
kind of the keys to the city right now.
Amazing team. And they've created all the data pipelines and the data flows to make sure that the data lake will have some kind of a vectorization process straight into your database. So
Can I get one of those data pipelines? Can I have one?
Sure.
That would be wonderful.
I mean, that's for you.
That's what I
So
want.
eventually you won't have to do anything on your side of the app. You will just have access to all the information through that vectorized database.
As a developer, that's pretty nice. I have a data team that's going to help me out, and I'm going to connect it. So my data flows are working in the background, giving me that access to the real-time data, and it's been vectorized for me using Tanzu Data Flow. Now all I have to do is connect my application to this new vectorized data. For that, I'm going to use, again, Spring AI. I'm going to create an MCP server. I'm going to add a simple annotation that describes how I'm going to use this information inside of that vectorized data store. I'm going to use natural language to describe how it's going to be used, add it to my application, and I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
You're ready to go.
I'm going to CF push. Take it to the application platform, and it's ready. Check this out. It's running.
It's running.
It's working. It's up. It's ready. I'm connected. I'm bound to my LLM. I'm bound to my MCP server that has access to the real-time data. This is fantastic.
Everything
It's
is working.
It's in my org. It's in my space. It's ready to rock.
You had a great idea.
I had a great
You
idea.
wrote the code.
I added a little code.
You pushed it into production.
Now it's working.
Now there's another thing you can do. You already had a great idea and you great MCP. Why not publishing it to the entire organization as a service?
Having access to the real-time data might be valuable to other parts of the organization. Taking that MCP server that I just created and making it available to the rest of the company, how would I do that?
Well, it's an app. So you need to publish that app as a service, right? Once you're publishing that app as a service, it will be published in the
Marketplace.
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing. I can take my MCP servers and I can publish it and make it available to the rest of the organization on the platform.
And then anyone else can just consume that MCP exactly like any other service.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
When you grab an instance, there it is. It's in the marketplace. Now I can go and add my application, do the same thing I did before. CF bind it to my service, and now my application is getting real-time context, real-time information, so my customers can get information about their specific policy. They're going to know their coverage. This is fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, my friend, my work here is done. My executives are going to be happy. My customers are going to be happy because they have access to the real-time data. Thank you.
No
This is
problem.
wonderful.
But maybe your job is done.
My job is done.
Mine isn't. Because we've just got into production. Now, again, you know you're my favorite developer, and I really want to make sure that you and your application are working fine.
I expect this application to do big things. I really think that it might take off. It might actually be the thing that changes our company.
So I need to make sure, first of all, that you have your 5 nines, right? Availability,
all-
resiliency,
All five
all
of those
5 nines, right? And I need to make sure there's capacity that is aligned with what you need for scale. right? Yes, exactly. So in the Tanzu platform, we also have an option to get recommendations of if something is wrong, or if the capacity is not enough, or if there's not enough room to scale, or if we need to land the workloads on a different place. So all of those kinds of things are part of the platform itself.
All the things I don't have to worry about as a developer.
Exactly.
Isn't that nice?
You don't care about that, but I do. Another thing you don't care about, but I do, security. Not on the code side, but everything underneath that code.
Security.
Exactly. So underneath that custom code, there's a lot of layers that we need to think about. We've talked about build packs, right?
Yeah, because friends don't let friends use Docker files.
Right.
Build packs are being maintained for me, just like my application is being maintained by Application Advisor. I don't have to worry about those things now that I'm on the platform.
Exactly. Now, build packs, again, is just one of the things that you need to think about, right? Because there's a lot of subcomponents into the platform. There's stem cells, which is the OS. There's the build packs that we've talked about. There's applications and other things that will run there. And in here as well, we have all the information that we need in the Tanzu Hub UI, and we also have recommendations.
Recommendations?
Just like you had the application advisor,
Do you have an IDE?
I have some kind of a platform advisor. We call it Intelligence Assist.
Okay.
So I have an Intelligence Assist in Tanzu where I can ask questions about operational or security concerns and get all the information I need, including what are the CVEs that are open right now and what is the recommendation path to upgrade those CVEs.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, because everything is being managed by the platform underneath that custom code, we can have everything compliant from the top to the bottom.
It's not just scanners.
No, it's everything. And that's exactly where we can, because of that level of control, I can make sure that we will pass that PCI compliance check. Don't
This is
worry about
fantastic. I feel better. I'm going to sleep better. Starting from the source code, my application is being advised. I'm getting Application Advisor. I can see it at scale. It's transparent to the rest of the company across all of the orgs at scale. I get all of that information, plus my containers are being provided for me and they're secure. The application is secure, and I know that you've got the same value all the way down. Yeah.
On the platform, because the platform is also based on stem cells, which are patched in a level where you can repave. So I can delete all my platform every month, and the platform will self-heal with new versions of the OS level. So top to bottom.
Top to bottom, apps are resilient, containers are resilient, the platform's resilient. This is fantastic. Security. Man, thank you so much.
We're ready, man. We're ready.
This is good stuff.
But there's one more thing.
There's one more thing.
One more thing. It's just got in.
This just in, if you want to try Tanzu Platform, you can right now. It's free with the AI Starter Kit for Tanzu Platform. Take it for a spin, get your phones out, grab that QR code. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Questions?
Oh yeah, you got questions?
Yeah.
You got questions?
No, I mean,
What do you want to know? Any questions?
questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Bright lights. for the
Questions
big
about
stage.
Vegas.
You want to know where
No?
to go? Yes. Anything. This is the thing.
That's
When you come to my house for dinner,
yeah,
if you leave hungry, that's your fault.
exactly.
You're here, we're asking. If you've got questions about anything that you've seen from our session, from the demo, or from Purnima, if you don't ask, that's your fault. Just don't leave hungry. Don't leave hungry.
No?
All right, I got a question over here. Fantastic. The question is, where do these things live? The things that are in the marketplace, where do they live? How do they live? How are they delivered? The services on the marketplace. The services on the marketplace.
Oh, they live in the Tanzu platform. Oh, that's so it's a I mean no, it's a longer answer. I think we can take it offline.
Yeah.
The nice thing is Marketplace has many different types of services. So if you published an app as a service, that service lives wherever the app lives, on the foundation, whichever foundation it has been pushed into. If you're talking about a service that you're curating like a database service, it could live directly on the foundation of the app, or it could live on a services foundation that we have introduced where you can put your databases and your other types of common services. If it is a public cloud service, the service lives in public cloud. but the connection for it is maintained on the platform. So the service may live in many different places for the marketplace, but the brokering of the service, the connection of the service, and the certificates for the service is managed in the platform.
Fantastic. I was going to say that same thing.
Any
other
others?
questions? Well, again, wait, one back. Fantastic question.
yeah.
Repeat.
The code assist and the platform assist, do they require GPUs? The cool thing about the Gen AI tile and those capabilities is you can decide if you want to provide them with GPUs or not. You do not have to provide GPUs.
You
But
can do a CPU-based model,
Yeah.
you can do a GPU-based model, you can even give credentials to the model that you already have. So really there are many different options that you have, and it can also use a public cloud model like Gemini is what we are doing.
fantastic question.
Okay. With
Thanks
that,
again.
thank you
Thanks
everyone.
so
Thank
much.
you.